shit'll never be the same. Cause I lost my brother to the game. All I see is flames, nothing but fire burning in my eyes, standing in the rain. I got tears running down my face when I hear your name. I give it all, dog.
Welcome to Daddy's Podcast. I am so thankful today, blessed to have two young, beautiful people with me today. I love it when, let me tell you. So Ray was a student at my school. Mr. Ray. We guys gonna leave it at Ray, right?
Yeah.
And then I got Poppy over here. This was my son's, oh my God, best friend.
Yeah.
That was, your child is my son's God baby. And is Amari your God baby too?
Yes.
Got Poppy here with, definitely. And so like, you know, I had like a insecurity at John Hope, right? Like being like as a dean, you know, having a job to be a disciplinarian over young people, you know. I was like wondering if like, I always thought I wish I could have did a better job. I wish I could have did this. You know, when you go back in hindsight, right? But then when I come back outside, I'm walking down the street and I see you all, it's like the respect and the love that you all still have for me, it gives me more reassurance like, Dad, Greg, stop being so hard on yourself. You know, I always could have did better, but just seeing that you will come and sit here with me, man, I just want to let you know that I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that we was able to still keep in contact after all these years, man. I appreciate that, Mr. Ray.
You know that. You know that.
How was life at John Hope for you, man?
I mean, well, I can give you a story about me even coming to John Hope.
All right.
So,
what year you graduated? Shout out, what year?
I graduated in 2011, man.
11 class.
11,
Shout out
man.
11.
Shout out to 11, man. But yeah, like me even initially, I never even supposed to came to John Hope. I really supposed to went to like my neighborhood where I grew up at. And it actually was the school that your son went to.
I remember that a little bit. Yeah.
I was in a wild play back then, man. I was wild, man. I used to come to Hyde Park. I wasn't even going to Hyde Park. They always thought I was a high schooler. Like, I was just a wild play for being in the streets or whatever. So, when it was time for me to go to Hyde Park, so actually I graduated, like my whole like half of my classmates, they all went to Hyde Park,
right,
that I graduated with, and I'm like, I'll be there thinking that I was gonna be there. So when it was initially time for me to get to Hyde Park, me and my mom went there. So when I got there, they was like, hold on, we got somebody for you. So they was like, we waiting on the police to come down. I was like, what? I was like, me and my mom were like, what? So we in the office or whatever. They like, yeah, we need you to go over there and talk to the police about your son. And I was like, I was in shock. I was like, huh? I'm like, the police about me. I remind you, this 2007. So this like me leaving 8th grade. Like, what? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? I'm over here lost myself. So I'm like, as we there, next thing you know, the police officer say, he's like, yeah, ma'am, you know your son can't come here. He opened the book. He showed my face. He's like, your son is labeled a known gang banger from over here. He can't go to this school. It's already enough stuff that's going on at this school. So they was like, you can't come here. And my mom was trying to like, a known gang. This is a child. This is a child you talking about. Right. He's 14 years old. Like, he's 14 years old. Like, my baby. This is my baby. Like, I know he's a little, but you saying he can't go to high school here, just like out of all the 1,000 kids that go here, my son can't go to high school here. So, and I'm like, all right, Ma, you know what? Just forget about it. Like, don't do too much. And like, you have no win. This is the CPD telling you that I can't go to this school. So we end up leaving there, and I'm like, all right, well, my other homie, he go to a school that's close to the crib, but it's not John Hope. I'm like, let's just go down to 63rd to Inglewood. But there was Inglewood was the new Inglewood. It was called Team Inglewood at the time. And
hold on, was you going to the all boys section or just the regular
not
school?
urban prep.
But they in the same building,
right?
right?
They was in the same building at the time.
Right.
So it was called New Inglewood. It was called Team Inglewood at the time. And we went there, and they was like, when we got in there, they was like, we're not taking any more students. But we looking at your address. It's a high school over there that's closer to your house than it is in here to this zip code. And we was like, okay. And she was like, they told us like John Hope College Prep, and it's actually it's a good school.
Yeah, it was a hidden gem.
It was a good school.
Yes.
So we end up. So in my head, I'm like John Hope College Prep. Like I don't know nobody over there. I never like my cousin went there, but to me my cousin was a little like.
Who was your cousin?
No, her name was Kat Reese. She went there years ago.
Oh, okay, not at the same time.
No.
Okay.
She went there years ago, and then this was like to me, John Hope wasn't like my type of. It wasn't my type of like environment or what my life is like. So I was like, John Hope, I don't even know what's going on over there. I synced them on like I think it was like a Chicago Jeopardy, like when they was doing all the smart kids naming out debate. It was the debate, and I'm like, John Hope, that's probably a debating school. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, okay, we went there, and they was like, yeah, he could go. He could go here. You don't have to go through too much. He's accepted already. You are in this district or whatever. And then it was like, I'm like, yes, I'm in a school. Like, I'm in a school somewhere. I'm in a school or whatever. And then it was like, from being in there, I'm like, man, I don't know nobody in here. When my first days coming in there, but then it was people that grew up. It's always this Chicago, man. Yeah. This is Chicago, man. You always gonna run into somebody. That's just like even me older. When I got older, like I don't care what state I was in, I always ran into somebody that was from Chicago. I don't care if I was west, east, south, north.
Yeah.
We could be in Alaska where they don't ask nothing. But where you from? Are you from Chicago? Oh, well, I got family out there, or I used to live there. I grew up in the Robin Taylor. What? What you came here for?
Yes, that's cool. And speaking of family, how you know that one to your right, man?
Oh, this is my sister. This is my sister, Poppy.
Yes, sir. What's up, Poppy? Welcome to Daddy's podcast.
Hey, how are you?
Ray called you this morning, like, no, this afternoon. I'm about to go, Mr. Jackson. You gonna come? He's like, you gonna show up. Thank you for coming. Thank you for popping out.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here.
I've been knowing you since 3rd grade? Fourth grade. I've been knowing you since 4th grade.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a long
How you
time.
been?
I've been okay. I've just been trying to get my life together. I went through a lot when Greg passed, and now I'm just getting back on track.
How did you find out that Greg? Can you even remember like what happened? Like
I can remember. I was at my house, and I got a call from a girl that I used to call my little sister. She gave me a call, and she said Greg passed. And I just hung up. I just hung up the phone. I couldn't believe it. And then I called Nunu, his first child, baby mom, and asked her, and she said, yeah. Wow. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, me neither. It was such a shock. It was such a shock to me. Such a shock. And now, what is it? 5 years after Greg passed.
Yeah.
I go to the basketball game, and look, I see Amari and Chris playing one another.
Yep,
you and Ray in the gym. And Portia put this together. Like, hey, you know what? Y'all be talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
Thank you for putting that together. I appreciate that.
Yeah, because I know you lost Greg, and he lost his dad, so I thought it was a good thing for both of y'all to come together.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm sorry, I didn't know about your dad, man.
Yeah, my dad, he got killed on Mother's Day in 2017. May 14th, Mother's Day, 2017. I was incarcerated at the time, actually. It was just a whole, like, my mind frame was just all, because it's just like, my father was my father played a big like influence on me. He really did. Like played a big influence on me, and my father was like a part of me because actually he made me, so I was a part of him too. So when I lost my father, I actually did. I don't. It's so crazy because I've been through so many deaths that I'm immune to the death. So it was like I don't drop tears. I don't cry at nobody's funeral or anything like that. I actually start. It's like when I lost my father, I started feeling emotions now. Like at first, I didn't at all. I didn't. It's just like I wasn't even like emotional. Like how it's just like nowadays I look at screen TVs with fathers and stuff. Like I never. You don't feel that. Now when I look at stuff, I feel it. Like when your father or something like that. Like if I watch Boys in the Hood and I see Lawrence Fishburne. I see Lawrence Fishburne or something, and it's something like that goes on in the movie. A father son bond is just like me losing my dad because actually I wasn't there for nothing, a funeral, anything. My last time seeing my dad, I was actually at a park before I got incarcerated with him and my little brother. So it's just like, that was the memory that I had. But like moving on through life, it's so much that you have, that you get from your father because they have more wisdom. So it's just like me growing up, and no, I didn't lose my dad when I was younger, my younger years, but I did lose my dad when I was old. Like I don't want to say older, but in my adult years. Okay. But still, in all, it was like it was things of wisdom that I could have got from my father.
Hey, you missed that. So let me ask you something. With you tell me you was a knucklehead. You was out in the street a little bit. How did your dad and your mom handle? Because I saw you in school. I know you're smart. I was your D, so I know the intelligence that you have. I witnessed it. What made you start getting into the street? And I'm just kind of looking at it from a parent point of view, because Portia, you saw me raising Greg. You saw the good things, bad things, mistakes, whatever I made, but you know I was trying to keep him off the street. Yes. I was like, damn, I'm losing him from basketball, and now he hanging out. So I was really just asking, like, did your parents say, like, boy, what you doing? You smart? Like so, what?
So that's crazy because that's real funny because actually, my dad was like how you was. He was in the streets, but he was on me. Like when I was with him, I couldn't even go outside. When I was at his house, I couldn't even go outside. He had us in the house. So it was like, as I got older, it was different. Like, and then it's like once I got a certain age, because it was like I either how my daddy gave it to me is like, why I'm steady trying to whoop you and keep you out of there. I either just give you the wisdom for you can know how to move in the streets. So you can know how to move.
So he met you where you were, like, okay.
He was like, okay, I'm not gonna keep doing like trying to pull up everywhere where you at or come and get you. Yeah. We might as well just meet in the middle.
Right. Exactly.
Like, we gotta come up with a conclusion. Let's just meet up in the middle. Like, listen, if you want to be in the streets, it's just certain things that you can't do in the streets because the streets don't love you. I do. And if you want to survive in the streets, you want to listen to what I got to say because I've been in the streets. I know what's to the streets, the ins and the outs. So, but one thing you do, the craziest part is when you think that the one thing he didn't play about was the education. That's one thing that he didn't play about, like the education. So it's just like, you wouldn't believe it because actually, when you think about me, you'd be like, oh, he's a street guy. But actually, I had a job when I was in school. I had a job. I went to school. That's like the job in school. So I barely had school. I barely had time for this. I grew up in the streets, but like my friends and them after the school, they was in the streets. After school, I was downtown. I was working for lawyers and judges. So it was like I had communication skills while I was working with lawyers and judges because I worked for a company called the Law Bulletin, and we deliver papers to lawyers and judges. It's times where I talk to lawyers and judges and they give me advice. So it's just like they just normal people. Just like I remember an incident. I got on the elevator with a judge, and he got on the phone, and it was just like he wasn't even a judge anymore. It was just like I was like he looked at me and I looked at him, and he was like, "What you think? We're not normal people?" Wow. I'm like, "Wow, I just didn't think
I want
that."
to be like that. That's power,
right? That was I'm like, we're just normal people, just like you. I take that's my job, but. Hey, I go through the same thing like you guys do.
Man, that's cool. That is cool. That's cool. Hey, Portia, can I jump over there real quick?
Yeah.
So, with Ray answering his question, do you have like a sight of Greg, like when you saw him like straying away from, in my opinion, being a good boy, and you saw him going more outside and hanging outside, can you give me any insight of what you saw, why he did? And I know I'm putting you on the spot, but I don't know. Did you see that from a friend point of view? Like, damn, boy, you kind of acting a little different now.
Yeah, I can say that I don't feel like Greg ever really changed who he was as a person.
I agree.
I feel like he was always still smart. He always had like a future for himself. Like I don't think he fully committed to the streets. Me personally, I don't. From being around him, I feel like his more so his friends, he was influenced by it, but I didn't see him just do anything grimy or just be out here shooting at people. Like he wasn't a violent person. So that's not the part of Greg I actually saw. I just remember him from being cool, being fly, playing basketball really good, being a father. He supported all the women in his life. He was just a stand-up guy. Like that was just.
Yeah, and that was one thing that, cause at first, like when he started hanging outside, I'm like, who are they? I don't want to know them. I want to know them guys that you've been knowing at first. I don't, whatever, right? But then as I got to know the people that he was hanging out with, and they accepted him for exactly who he was, I never really saw him change from being that cool, laid back, funny, take care of his kids type guy. Mm-hmm. I never heard it because when he passed, I was like, what did he do? So I'm trying to like understand get on the internet and be like, what'd he do? You know what I'm saying? And I never heard that he killed somebody. I never heard that he was this or whatever. I was like, oh, so he just died because of who he was hanging with. You know what I'm saying? And that was
unfortunate.
I don't know what. Yeah.
But so that's 2020, right?
2021.
Right? 2021.
Before I came home?
Yep, right before.
Okay, so I told sis and everything before I came home, right before. And it was 20. So we just lost a cousin, too. We lost to Ron. We lost a cousin, too, one of my little cousins. So it was just like, when she told me that, I'm like, dang, Red, I don't see nobody going. Like, I'm like, but then I had to think about it, like, the streets. So who you affiliated with when you're like you was a dean. Like, man, try to stay out of them crowds, man, or try to this and that. So sometimes the people around you, they probably don't have bad energy, but it's like, I want to say, like, when you dealing with the people that's around you and things that's going on in your environment or your neighborhood, community, and you have to be steps ahead of how you move out here. You have to be steps ahead. It's like, okay, I'm here for this certain time. I don't have no security or nothing like this. I have to move a certain way. I have to be a certain way. I have to watch everything that's going on, who's on the phone, who's texting. This just the streets and me. This is how you have to look at certain things and how you feel like the people that's around you, what they saying, what they got going on. Because if you don't know what they got going on, you just up for grabs. You just up for grabs because the streets don't love nobody, man.
I asked him that too. Maybe about, I don't know. I said about 6 months. I'm going to just say a year. We were sitting in the kitchen. And I asked him, I said, would anybody want to kill you? And then, I can't remember the exact words, but he said something like what you just said. He said, it don't even have to be nothing that I did, Daddy. It could be something somebody else did. And they'll get me for that, whatever else happened. I was just like, I should have like moved out of
the town,
United States of America as soon as he told me that. But I just never thought like
something would happen to him, right?
Yeah, you know.
Me neither. But I could say, if I'm being honest, Greg, he sold his little weed or whatever.
Right.
And
I say he was the worst weed seller. I was like, my God, would you stop getting caught with reefer? Goddamn, boy. Well, anyway.
Yeah, so my sister, she was buying from him or whatever. And just like, we'll see Greg and it'll just be like, why you right here? Why you right here? You know, and it's like, I never really told him, like, I don't think you safe just being in Chicago. But me, I'm his
so
best
when you
friend.
said why you right here, you meant why you went still here in Chicago? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, why you right here? Like, still in Chicago. And before he passed, we talked, and I had just got in school, and he was like, I'm going to get in school. You motivated me. I'm finna get back in school. It was like a week before he passed. And then, like, we also had other conversations when I was just like, Greg, you know you can probably, your best friend is Herb. Like, you can probably start, like, some type of basketball camp. Like, it's something that I know you passionate about that's not just about drugs or hanging around other people. Like, you can become somebody bigger. You was the star before a lot of people. People don't even know. Greg was living a basketball life in 5th to 8th grade. Like, he had all the girls. He had an entourage. Like, Greg was really somebody that put a lot of people on. And he helped everybody. He looked out for all his friends. They wore his clothes. Like, Greg was so selfless. Like,
he just handed out.
Yeah, and me and him talked about it. And before he, after he passed, one of my other best friend, he used to talk to her. You know, Greg is a player.
Right.
This don't have nothing to do with me. He hooked himself up with anybody. Don't be mad at me. But she told me that Greg asked her and told her that I made him like think about his future. Like, I made him consider like trying something different right before he passed. So, and it's just crazy because he never said nothing to me about it, but he brought it up to her, and I was just surprised. Like, so he did listen. He was trying to become a better person, but they just got to him. And he was even telling me about the job. You was coming through it. He was happy.
Running that company. I'm like, look at him getting up doing this. I was so happy. Oh my God. Huh?
He was real happy about like just getting to that groove. I think he was just at the point where he just wanted to start something new, but didn't know where to start at.
Yep. That was one of the last things too. We were sitting on the couch, and like when I talked, like before when Greg like was hanging out a little bit more outside in the street, he wouldn't have no conversation. He had like one word answers. Like, boy, what do you think? Tell me something.
Yeah.
But I had seen him like start to grow, and he started asking me questions about the future and what to do and how to do it. I'm like, my son is coming back. Yes, he made it out of that. So I was happy to see that he was actually had inquisitive questions. You know, you remind me of being inquisitive too, thinking about that you in school. But yeah, he became like so inquisitive, and I was happy. He was like, wasn't giving me just one word answers. He was like actually communicating thoughts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was so happy. But that leads me like, what really draw me to you is this shirt that I have on. You know what I'm saying? When you was talking to me about this shirt, you know, it's like when I started this podcast, I just kind of wanted to, I didn't know how I was doing it, but I just wanted to bring empowerment to the black community, you know what I'm saying, and show the importance of black men as pillars in the community. And then when you was telling me about this group, right, this unity, and I went to the Harold Washington
Cultural
Center, the other week, and I was just watching these young black men, and they gave me the shirt. And, I really don't even know that much about it, but I just saw how much respect that all of the viewers, the people that was coming to the event, they was just giving them so much respect. And I put this shirt on, and I really didn't even know too much what it's about, but watching all these young black, and they treated me so good. Yeah. I felt all important. They sent me to the back. They said I didn't have to get searched. I was like, oh, this organization. So shout out Unity, definitely. And I just don't want another parent to feel what I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? This happened in 2021, as we just discussed, but it felt like 6 months ago. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I just see that you all have a movement out here, man, because you talk about it that it feels like it's trying to help the youth.
So the shout out to the Unity movement, man, because it take a lot, man. It take a lot to put a group of black men and brown men together, because it's like we all there for one. So it's unity. So we all there for one reason, to bring everybody together. And we have one direction, to all bring the community together and start changing the streets. Because with life, it's natural for change. So with the unity movement, we all different. We even have different race with us, but we all see a better outcome for. Just not for my community, for everyone community that's a part of Chicago, or even bigger, because we're trying to do it even bigger than just Chicago. We want to do this for the world, because we all human, and we all can get along with each other. We just don't want to just be labeled for just, unity just Chicago. No, we're not. We're not just Chicago. We actually going on tour in 2026. We hitting up other cities just to hit other communities, to show people Chicago is just not rap. Chicago is just not comedians killing, gangbangers, and everything like that. No, you have people that's here that's unified. We have people that's police officers. You have people that's firefighters. You have people that's paramedics. You have people that's doctors. You got people that's here that's just people. This is not, you just can't label Chicago. You can't do that. Just don't label Chicago. This is just Chirac. No, this is not just Chirac. It's people that go home and live a life just like anybody else. They go home, make meals and prep meals and this and that. This is not everybody that's just here. Oh, we're gangbangers. We're rappers, or we're here to destroy the community or the world. No, that's not it. You have people that's here that's farmers. You have people that's here that's everything. You can't just put a label on a person that's from Chicago.
I love it.
It's definitely your mentality out here. What you want to push, what you want to learn every day. So, I agree.
And how did it come about? Are these people all from the same one neighborhood? Is this people that could be fighting each other? And how did it even come together? Who are the not their name, but how? You know what I'm trying to ask you?
Yeah. So the unity movement. With the unity movement, it's a lot of discipline as men, because we should supposed to have so much discipline anyway. So we try to tackle where is it. A thing for us is foot on land. So if it feel like we need to go visit a community and tell people he had us to sit down, people that's feuding, we can have them sit down and come up with some conclusion to stop the violence in the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. That's what we want to do in every community in Chicago, because we're Chicago based. So that'll be basically what we all us come from different areas in Chicago, out west, up north, little village. We have we like I said, we not just black men. No, we have all type of men. We have Mexicans, we have white, whatever. If you feel like you could do something to change the community or change the people that violence is going on, even worse than that, it's just nonsense violence at that. It's just killing, just on killing for no reason at all.
Yes.
Like, and if we could change that, it would make all us feel even more happier and have a smile on our face.
Please continue doing what you're doing.
Yes.
Man, that made me feel so good. If it could just be one, I don't care if it just say one life. Y'all did y'all job, because this is pain. But you experienced, you lost your dad, you know what I'm saying?
Best friends, both of my best friends.
You said you lost him while you was incarcerated.
Yeah, man, both of them. The love, it just was like, the love was just, it was just like being wires just ripped from you. Like, if you sink the Matrix, when they just ripping wires out of you, it just was like wires. And I'm incarcerated at the time. So it was like when I came home, it was just crazy because when I came home, I was incarcerated. So my feelings wasn't the same because I wasn't there, literally. So when I came home, the love was different. I'm looking at my phone. My numbers was still like my dad. I couldn't call him. My friend, Travel, I can't call these people. And it was like, I couldn't call these people. So the love was different. So as me coming home, I was evolving already. I was already in an evolving stage.
So jail started that thought process for you?
No, I was already advanced. I was already advanced. Like me growing up in the neighborhood, I always knew that block wasn't just for me at all. Never. Like, this is just me. No, it's not just me. It's a whole world out there. It's a whole world out there. I just never was like, I ain't never leaving my hood. If I heard a person saying that, I was stepping 2 steps away. You never leaving this hood. What's here? We here to do stuff. If you hustling or whatever, you doing that to get out the hood. That was the whole thing. They didn't change the concept and let you think that, you get money, you stay here and never do nothing. You don't even buy a building on your neighborhood, but you saying this your block. This not your block. You don't own this block.
People die for them every
You dying for a block that you don't got nothing to do with. Nothing to do with. At least tell me that your auntie or somebody. See, it's different for me. I tell like my peoples. My neighborhood is different. It's different for me. I'm a 3rd generation from a neighborhood that I'm from. But my family, I have an auntie that own things over here. So if it's just like somebody new guys or somebody try to pressure her to pay them for anything, it's different for me. Why? That's why I be trying to secure where I'm at. Because my family pays taxes and own buildings over here. Yeah. So it's different for me. Yeah. I just don't claim this neighborhood and am not a part of this neighborhood. No, I'm a part of this neighborhood because I have family that own things in this neighborhood.
Gangs was really protecting the neighborhoods. It was really a protection thing in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? At the end, it seemed like money got involved, economic factors got involved, and it seemed like it just went haywire.
It wasn't that. They actually, the thing behind that is just like, the thing behind that is systematic. So it's just like these guys, you have more power than the mayor. How do you have more power than the mayor of your city? You're not in politics. This is why the thing is about politics is so serious. You're not in politics, but you can have 1,000 men hit the street or surround this building. Matter of fact, not even 1,000. You can have 100,000 men hit these streets. That's too powerful. We're gonna take the leaders away. You got 100,000 men that can hit these streets off you just saying who you are. You one man. That means you are outstanding. You are outstanding man and a leader because you got 100,000 men that could just line up when you say, "Let's go." Yeah. That's scary. That's a lot of power. That's a lot of power. Yeah. And you got voted to office, all you had was, you only had 36,000 votes. That's all you had to win. This man had triple of that could hit the streets. Oh, no. We can't have that. Because that 100,000 turned into 1 million. And that million turned into 10 million. From the 10 million, that turned into 50 to 100 million people. Oh, we can't have that. That means you more powerful than politicians. No. So what they did is, they went and got the people that they feel was more powerful than the politicians. Because that means you govern yourself. What is What is we here for? What we have a governor, a mayor, alderman, or whatever. You govern yourself. You don't need policemen. You don't need nothing. We need to be getting a part of what you got going on. Cause you can have people vote for me.
Yeah. That's a lot of power.
That's a lot of power. So they took people off the streets.
I know exactly where you're going.
They took people off the street that had too much power more than them.
Yeah.
You can't govern yourself for people that you governing yourself. No, we can't have that. You have more power than me.
Yeah. I think hip hop artists also have power like that. People listen to their music, wave their hands in the air, they would say whatever. They had a whole audience doing exactly what they say do. To me, you grew up, Portia, you too, like, grew up in the beginnings of drill music, hip hop. How do you think our hip hop artists are using their voice, their power? You know where I'm going with it. So is it drill music? I love the way these artists put together their words. So I'm just stop talking. Answer.
So it's just crazy because actually the drill music came from the area that we came from. So we from the Woodline area. Drill music was introduced by a guy named Pac-Man, RP Pac-Man. So
I never knew that.
Yeah, drill music was introduced by a guy named Pac-Man.
Oh.
You can Google it.
Where you from?
He's from Dro City. He's from 64th and Ellis.
Okay, all right. Okay.
And you can say, he two sides. He was where they call it Drill City Bloodhound. He was from 79th and Cottage and 64. He's originated from 64th and Ellis.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, we play. You got people like you got King Louis. That was like at the time King Louis.
I definitely remember that.
King Louis. They from the same neighborhood. They from the same neighborhood. Yeah,
cool. I'm putting all together, but I'm sorry. Yeah, all right, keep the story going.
So you got people like that, King Louis and Pac-Man together. They both was like a big part of the drill music. A lot of people don't give King Louis his flowers because, Louis actually, Pac died when drill music didn't even have his voice like it have now. But Louis is still around and everything, dealing with drill music. Everybody think like Chief Keef created.
I would have said him. I would have said Chief Keef. That's who I would have said.
If you look at his interviews and when he was doing podcasts, he named Benny Siegel, but the person from Chicago that he named was King Louis. And he's not much older than Chief Keef, but that's who he was influenced by, King Louis. Because if you was young like us, King Louis was like. King Louis at the time, let's just say King Louis for Chicago in certain neighborhoods, King Louis, especially where we was from, King Louis was considered like, he was like, he could be like our Jay-Z from over there.
Yeah.
He was like that.
For everybody though, everybody wanted to do a collab with King Louis.
I remember that too. When I started studying, I'm like,
you had to go through King Louis to get to where a lot of people is now. Like, people don't realize, like he said, people don't give him credit, but King Louis definitely set the tone. A lot of people want the features from him first. If you go back in time to the drill music, a lot of people, Keith, Dirk, Herb, Lil Bibby, a lot of people went through King Louis first for a big feature.
I know that, but I just knew his name was heavy.
Yeah, he played a big role in that drill. Like right after Pac invented, they say Pac invented drill music, but right under there is King Louis. So if you want to say anything, Pac's not here. The person right there with the drill music, King Louis, and then you can name everybody else, the Ducks, the Chief Keefs, the E-Days, the whatever. You can name everybody else that's under the Herb. Everybody, you can name everybody else that's played a big part in Chicago. But it's crazy because I always looked at that Chicago like there was so many different people here, and it was just like different lifestyles and different stuff because everybody that rap here is about drill music, But you got people like Chance the Rapper, and you have
Bump J.
You got Bump J. You got Chance the Rapper.
Lupe.
Lupe. Oh man, Lupe. Lupe was so Kanye was. Come on, man. You
gotta say Common is Common and Twister, right?
You got Twister, Rhyme Fest. You got Do or Die Twister.
Yeah.
You got Bo
Dill.
Dill.
Culture in hip hop.
You got Bo Dill. You got everybody that had their own ways of rapping style. You even had ladies that was from here. You had
the Brat. Get the Brat.
The first
Shauna.
The Brat was the first platinum female artist of hip hop ever.
Yeah.
Not no Missy Elliott. No. She was the first.
She was the first. Really?
Platinum.
It really just stuck in my head what you said.
The first platinum.
Shout out to Brat.
Yeah, the Brat she put on for Chicago. She put on for women in the hip hop.
Yeah.
She put on for that. They don't give her flowers.
Yeah.
They don't give her flowers. Yeah. Her name should be on award for women. Yeah. If you was naming women, because women is doing so well right now in hip hop. Shout out all the women that's doing well in hip hop. She should have an award named after her. She was the first woman to go platinum.
I think though it take years. Like our hip hop started, I listened to LL Cool J, Run DMC, you know what I'm saying? But when the West Coast came, Ice Cube and Snoop and all them came, I was like, oh, I love this over here, right? And it was looked at as that's bad hip hop music. But after years, they start getting their due for their creativity because they just told the truth of what they saw. That's where their rap generated from. And I think Chicago rappers, I think their time is going to come. I think,
it's going to evolve.
It's going to evolve, and they're going to, because the creativity that how they put words together like that. I say, Greg, have you ever thought about being a rapper?
He did.
Yeah, he said, yeah, I did, right? He said, I wrote down what I was going to say, and then Herbie wrote down what he was gonna say, and I was like, oh,
like, nah,
that's different. I can't do that like that. But the creativity of how they can put these words together is genius.
Yeah,
it's genius. So I think the time is gonna come that they're gonna get recognized.
We're actually dealing the time. Okay, so I like to tell people I ask them you think just music, okay? Tell me something passionate about. What do you see after music? Yeah. What do you do just for your music? What is it? Something more than music, or this just you for the rest of your life? Because at the end of the day, you want to have your purpose. You want to have a real message, not just all that rip rap, this and that. You know why Jay-Z is successful? Because he gave you the game from when he started into all the way to what he led to. The ins and out. You could go back his first album and put every album after that, that he was graduating.
Yeah. You saw him evolve.
You seen it.
You seen a man. You seen him get to evolve to a man.
Right. So you're right. So you probably if music is your passion or you love music, I tell people, okay, you're gonna evolve, and they'll be like, I really don't get that. Okay, I say, well, go write love on a piece of paper, and go put it in the mirror and look at yourself and tell me what you see when you put that in there. Love spelled backwards is evolve. So you're going to evolve. You're going to evolve. That's why I be asking people it's going to be more than stuff that you see than just music. You think a person like Lupe, he had other things going on. I follow Lupe. He probably wouldn't think this street dude just watch me. I literally follow Lupe because outside of what I have going on, I watched Lupe go into samurai battles. He went to China and learned samurai with swords. I watched it because it's just more than hip hop to him. This is just more than hip hop. He have other things going on in his life.
The communication. I think hip hop is a form of communication. And as an adult, I felt like the older I got, I felt like I was losing my voice wasn't as heavy with the youth. Do you see a way with your unity group? How do you all keep the ear of the youth, that they'll listen to you and understand you and take your advice instead of be like, oh, he just old, because I feel like I'm at that age now.
So, people just be influenced. So you try to open the door and bring, like, okay, I don't connect to them, but my homie J Main do. You see what I'm saying? I don't. You try to bring, okay, yeah, they don't connect to you and you don't connect to them, but let's just say your son was here. Everybody know your son from being with Lil Herb. Oh man, that's Lil Herb. That's Lil Herb. He like, oh, that's his. You see what I'm saying? So you want to be, these kids these days, they grew up off YouTube and game systems and phones. When I was growing up, when I was growing up, you was happy to, you had free, you had to buy minutes on your phone.
Yeah, I remember that.
You had to buy minutes.
I remember that.
You had to buy minutes on your phone. So you think you was getting so far with the internet? Nah, you weren't getting so far with the internet. Like, you had to buy minutes on your phones. Like, oh man, don't call me before 7, man. My free nights and weekends. Don't keep it 7, right? Don't call me. And if you with another phone service, your free nights don't start until 9.
Exactly. At 9, yep.
And if you in school, so it's like, man, I gotta go to sleep. I gotta be up. I can't even use my internet. Like, you only got an hour on the phone. Yeah. So it's like, but I think with these kids today is, man, I think they should learn how to put their phone down and then try to connect with the earth and try to connect with the energy of being on earth, and don't get lost into somebody else's life or what someone else got going on, or reality TV shows and rappers and all that. Because if you think that this all for you, you're gonna get on the road and you're gonna hit I want to call it a segment, because you're going to hit a period of your life where you start to be like, it's going to click to you like, I'm too old for this, or this not me. This not me. I can't do this. I have to grow. I have to do something else in my life, because if you have children or anything, it's like, I got to get some more things. I have to bring in income, or me steady. I can't just be here. I can't live with my mom, man. My mom's steady talking. I can't live here, man. Even though that my mom won't be, she don't have no problem. But you bringing ladies in and out of the house, anything like that, man, I just can't do it, man. I need to get my own crib. I need to get my own everything, car, crib, whatever. Don't depend on a woman. Don't depend on nobody. Nobody has you like you have yourself, man. Don't nobody have you like you have yourself. Yeah, my parents will be there, but that's not their job. They did me. They raised me to make me the person that I am today. I call you for wisdom. I don't call you for, oh, Mom, I need you to pay my rent. Oh, Mom, no, you should be giving back to you should be giving back and paying homage to your family and the people that paved the way for you.
I love it. Portia, with your son, I want to lead this question, but I ain't going to lead it. How long would you let your son live in your house? I just heard you, because that's how I grew up too. That I had to get out my mama's house, I had to get a job, I had to do this, I had to do that, I had to be, if I was living in the house at a certain time, the girls weren't gonna date me. You still live with your mama. How long would you allow a young man, your son, to call your house, your home, or a certain time he got it?
Well, me, I look at it different, because my mom is different. I'll definitely let him live there until he's able to just live on his own. Like, I want to make sure that he's stable before he get out in the world, and that's why I kind of talk to him about reality now. I don't want him to grow up and think everything is all peaches and cream. Let him know now that it's a real world out here. You gotta, like he said, hustle for stuff. You gotta be able to want your own apartment one day, want to have a career, start your own family. Like, I let him know that stuff now. But I'll definitely let him live there until he's stable.
That's her. But I'm Unc. I'm Unc. This the enforcer right here. This the enforcer. Hey, bro, go unpack your
At what age do he got to get out and leave?
No.
So what are you saying? Like, no, nephew, get up out my sister. Like, is it a certain age that he got?
You know, I ain't saying that it's a certain age,
Hopefully
but hopefully he go to college. So listen, so it's trend. This is crazy because like me from having my white friends and stuff, and I be like, dang, our stories don't. They not the same. Like I'll just be like, oh, okay. I never. We don't put that in them to think that it's a home. It's always your home. No. This is your home to visit, But you should be. You go to school and we pay all this money. We've been paying this all. Like I said, we've been paying all this until now. It's time for you to sprout out. Yeah. It's time for you to sprout out. Yeah. You have to be your own. You got to feel what it's like, because if you don't, especially as a man, you should learn how to sacrifice things that you need to sacrifice. Yeah. Oh, I can't go to the club this week. I have rent. I have rent. I can't. Not tonight. I'm not going to do that. My phone bill due. We're not going to the movies. We ain't going to the movies.
That's real tough. That's real tough. Yeah, that's real. I remember, because I felt like, hurry up and get out my mama crib, right? My first crib was in Dalton, and I remember sacrificing. I remember I ain't get paid till Friday or Thursday. Bro, I ain't had nothing to eat. I'm in there looking for peanut butter and jelly, so on and so forth. But I needed those growing pains to learn how to manage my money so that you get to the next Friday instead of ending on Thursday, instead of ending on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? I remember that. So that is important, but I just always thought like, damn, did we rush our kids out the house too quick? Do we make them feel like they're a failure if they still live at their mama house at the age of 25, 26, because I'm thinking like, but as long as they paying something, as long as they helping out, I'll help them build their foundation till they gotta go.
When you saying staying home, what do you mean by that? Like you own the building, he live in the basement?
No, I mean, shit, he got his room. Wherever his room when he was 5, that's still his room. Okay. If I didn't have a two-flat,
he's a young individual. Okay.
Right? And he go to work. He go to work. You know what I'm saying? But he get $500 a month. I don't know what.
You law. Basically, now you law, right? You law, right? Because you ain't finna keep bringing people in my house. I don't know these people.
He ain't gonna be able to do all that. But I ain't saying spoil them, until you get your own crib. This ain't no motel. No, you ain't bringing people in and out. That's gonna be his, hers incentive to, all right, it's time for me to go. But
that's
I don't think I just want to make them feel like, at 23, you gotta go. Figure it out.
That's usually how it go, though. That's usually how it goes.
But that's I felt like that's how it was for me. Like, all right, I went to college. All right, find you a place to live.
But why do you have to wait to go to college to do that? You get what I'm saying? You have to tell them before that. You start preparing them. Like, financially. You let them know. Listen, manage money. You have to learn. You have to learn managing. Because if you don't manage, where's your discipline? We have to have you understand that, because it's a whole world out there. And the way that this works systematically, you ain't got no income. you on the outcome. You on the outcome. You living on the outcome. You on the outcome. You got to go. You got to go. It ain't you not finna keep messing up margin furniture, using margin internet. That's funny. You not finna be using all that. It's like, okay, now it's in my head, because if you had him in there, you like, damn, I'm 70, he's 40. He's still talking about, I got half on the rent. Damn.
Yeah. Now 40, that's way too long. I got 40, but I'm just talking about
comfortable. Usually the humane in you is comfortability. So the human in you is comfortable. You feel like, oh, okay, my son, I gave him until he's 25. He's supposed to have been out the crib. I let it go on. He 30. Now he 30. Now he went on to he 37 years old. Still playing video games, still on your couch. Mom, you in there cooking bacon? Yeah, honey, boo. Now it's like, damn, where my life was at? I wanted to, I got to make sure you get in the house. I've been cooking for you. But no. If that was the case, we ain't come up rich. You supposed to have been working like I did. I showed you the ropes for you to work and get your own place.
So you coming up on 30s? You just about 30, right?
No, I'm past 30. I'm 33.
So most of your people, that you went to high school with, they out, they got their own, it was easy. How was the transition for y'all at your age? How did y'all get the income to get your own? So, like, is it hard right now for kids? Is it, you know what I'm saying? Is it hard to get your own? Or
are you talking about my generation, or are you talking about the 2000s generation?
I'm thinking like most people that's between the ages of 28 to 33 are now, really getting their own spots.
Right.
Is it hard out here for y'all to get the spots? So that's what I'm asking. I'm asking your generation of people that most of them like, oh man, I stay downtown. I'm in the South Loop, boy. They still at their mama crib.
I don't want to say that. Usually, a lot of people that I talk to that went to school with me, majority of them is in their own crib.
They got their okay.
They got their own crib.
Okay,
like,
good.
That's like I still be in contact with my friends from high school. I always kept my friends from high school. They was close to me, but they wasn't from my neighborhood. But I always kept them close to me because I wasn't just about the neighborhood. So I still stay in contact with my friends from high school. A handful of them. I don't want to engage. Like, my life nowadays is like negativity. Go over there. Like,
I love it.
I'm moving forward. I can't. That's not me. I don't care what you thought you knew about me when I was in high school. I'm not that person. I don't know what you can say all that, but I evolved. So I don't know what you coming up with, and you trying to portray this image and this and that. I'm sorry. I'm not into that. That's usually how it goes with me. So yeah, everybody that I usually talk to, they out there.
They made the transition because I think for me to get my first house, that was a very hard transition. That was not easy. That was hard. You know what I'm saying? Getting credit, getting approved. Man, that was hard. That was a lot. You know what I'm saying? Portia. So for like the girls, girls like finding men to mate with and getting married and they moving into houses, or is girls like, I'm doing it on my own, I can handle it, me and my kid, like what is it like now? I don't know. What is the movement like now as far as girls getting their own?
I would honestly say that most women want to come together with a man and build a family and move on, but these days, I see a lot of people being independent. They get their own apartment, their own car, but they want a man in the home and they want to build a family. But I feel like in Chicago, it's a lot of people didn't see marriage. So it's hard if you didn't never see it for you to become it. So it's different. But I know a lot of people from different states, they all getting married. They moving in with their partner and they saw marriage since they was little. So it's like they ready for marriage. They know that they got to propose. It's different in Chicago, though.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't like that. I don't know if I'm just old fashioned. I do like the women rights movement, and women can, handle the business if they need to handle it. But I think
it should be a family.
Yeah, I think it'd be better for the child.
Yeah, then it'll be better to push the unity movement. It'll be better for people to have somebody in the house that can influence them as a man, and then have the woman part of things too.
Speaking on that.
Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
So, our race, meaning us as colored people and black people or whatever, when we, so speaking on that part, men didn't start getting out, like my grandma, her dad and everybody always, like, they was family. It was 17 of them. They grew up on a farm. It was 18 of them. They grew up on a farm. It was 18 of them for a reason, because 18 of them created income for their whole family. They grew up on a farm. You learned how to do a horse. You learned how to do milk the cow. You learned how to do with the chickens. You learned you have pick cotton and bring an income back to the house. So a little bit after she was growing up, they came up with something called welfare. So they tried to get the guy out the house. You can get free welfare. You can get assistance from the government if you had a man in the house.
Yeah. That happened.
What?
Why? Why would you do that?
If this man in this house, for me to go for welfare, we're not rich. So obviously that means me and my husband both need welfare. But you telling me he can't be in this house and you will send a government official to this house to make sure that there is no male influencer in this house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
That was terrible.
That was real.
That was so terrible.
That was just wow.
That was terrible.
So right then and there, that should have let you know
it was an
that
attack on us. Black men, get the fuck out the house.
you know it.
It was an attack on us. Get out, and they made the women look at us like we was not as
capable.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I can't even bring food to the table.
You gotta go, dude.
You gotta go. Ain't no room for you here.
Yeah.
Ain't no room.
Yeah.
You ain't got enough income, so you gotta be on the outcome. Like it's not working. I got all these kids.
Yeah. What'd you say? I love that term, bro.
Yeah.
I never heard that slogan.
Yeah, I have the punch glass, man. I be having them, man.
That's awesome, bro.
Yeah, man.
He said, if you're not on the income, you on the outcome.
Yeah, I love it.
Man. But it was just like a lot of stuff was systematically inherent to our race. But the thing that I don't want to like blame the system, because there was always a game to be played. It's always a game to be played. You never want to hook up systematically. Back to the Matrix, meaning, this is my daily life. Like, this is what I'm into. Like, I'm going to be systematically, as me living and reading and being an adventurer and experience that I am or whatever. So it's just like, no, I'm not just going to just be systematic. I want to think outside the box all the time. Yeah. Well, you got people that, okay, you went to HBCU. You was taught to be all systematic. But people from Harvard, they're not taught that. They're not taught that. That's why they only go for 1 year, because they came from schools that already taught them all the same thing. I don't need you to do that. When you go to a school like Harvard, they teach you, be an outsider. Be an outsider. Think outside the box. So don't be systematic. Don't just wake up and think every day is just going to be the same. No, it's called how do you say this? Institutionalized. You really set up institutionalized because you wake up and do the same thing every day. Yeah. No, institutionalized is not a word that means just because you go to jail. No, they use it for jail terms because the people in jail do the same thing every day. So don't fall systematically. Don't hook up and be a person that systematically get involved and be under. Just be like, I wake up and do the same thing every day. No, be an overachiever. Go do something else different. You made some little money, $50, try to see if you can invest it here. Don't go there and spend it on the liquor store every day. No, do something else with the money. Or you're not going to do that, try to save some money for somebody else. Because if you got kids, leave them something in and behind. Because if you don't understand the economics rule, you're just out here selfish. You're for yourself.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome. It was so many things I come back from there with the systematic thing, man. Because I be thinking just real quick, like how much I hate the kid that took my son's life. What was the systematic setup of the black neighborhood that made him even think that it was even okay to look at this other black man as you could just take? So that goes so far away. But another thing you was talking about, man, with the systematic, going back to the welfare, right? They had to kick the black man out, get the money. How do you even feel it? Do America even owe us? But no, they do. I don't even want to say that question. That's the crazy thing. They own us for everything. But what I was gonna say is just for the sake of the conversation.
Oh, you talking about the world? Which one?
I'm talking about America right now.
Okay, all right.
That they set up a welfare state. You know what I'm saying? So people that need food stamps every month so they can eat, America is providing them that, or people that need Section 8 because they can't pay their rent. So America is shelling out money for people who supposedly need help that they can't make it. You know what I'm saying? So in one way, I think it's a great thing that America has that set up, you know, to help people who need help at that moment in time.
But is it really help?
Well, shit, a lot of people signed up for it. Oh, yeah. Because some people take advantage of it too, Portia. They take advantage of it, yeah.
My number one thing I always tell the youth or someone and my color or whatever, you never want to get lost. Being lost don't mean that you just go to jail. You just never want to be lost. You could go in a dark place, and it's hard to get out of the dark place because, yeah, you see so much light here, but beyond this light, it's more darkness. If you look out, just think about it. If you look out into space, it's more darkness than it is light. You get what I'm saying? So don't go get lost into a dark spot or be emotionally dark, just emotionally founded with your life where you just like, this it for me. No. Try to build up yourself. Use your muscles. When you go to the gym, you use muscles. You building muscles. You is a human being. You're not a mammal. You're not systematically supposed to do everything the same. No, you don't. You could be dumb today and be smart tomorrow. That's the unique thing of a human being.
Yeah. That's one thing I think about teaching. You mentioned Jay-Z earlier. You remember a line, because I'm more of a Tupac fan. But with Jay-Z, do you remember him saying something in the line, and I'm not going to get it right, but something, he said, I'm sitting on the floor with Spike Lee at the Knicks games. You need to unlearn that stuff that they taught you in school or something. You know what, can you remember what I'm talking about? But anyway, he was saying, like, school would institutionalize you to just live this way, go work for somebody, you know, work 30 years, you know, so on and so on. He was like, man, you need to unlearn all that because there's much more out here than what the pathway that the schools are sending you down.
So listen,
I thought that was a cold line.
Listen, so you have, with people these days, you have people that are settled people. And you have people that's like me. That'll be people that'll be, I'm not going to be a settled person. So if you are going to go to school, not that you systematically, but you settle. Your life, you're settled with that. That's what make you happy. That's not what make me happy. I'm not going to be a settled person. I'm not going to do that. You going to ride the horse regular. I'm not. I'm going to hop on the horse and I'm going to do flips. That's just me. That's what make me happy. That's what I feel like that I'm strong enough to do. You're gonna say the world different than I'm gonna say the world. That's just how I feel. And I feel like some people are just settled people. They're fine with just living check by check. They are fine with that. They're fine where they at in their life and whatever they got going on in their life. That's them. If that's what pursue them of being happy. Because if we don't, that's the biggest thing. Thomas Jefferson never lied about that. The pursuit of happiness. If you don't understand that, I'm not just happy is one word. I'm just happy for the moment. Happiness is something that goes on. Right. So be in the pursuit of happiness. Yeah. Be in the pursuit of happiness. Don't get lost. Be in the pursuit of happiness. Learn your meaning, your purpose, why you're here. Why? Your purpose probably helps someone else and define them to engage and lead them the right path, the direction of their life.
That's awesome. Yeah. Don't follow somebody else. Do your own thing. And by you doing your own thing, you might help somebody else out. Yeah. Yes, sir.
And achieve something magnificent in their life.
You never know.
That's just the truth.
You never know. Follow your own path.
You never know, man. You never know, man.
Yeah.
Even if you're not big on religion or you're not big on you're not big on anything of part of working or anything, just make sure that you create your path where you happiness come through your life.
Yeah.
Happiness.
Yeah.
And keep people around. If you feel like this in the environment or the people that's around you, it's nothing about stepping outside your environment. Meet new friends. Meet people.
He say no new friends. What are you talking about? Are you going against the grain? All I'm hearing is no new friends. You telling me get some new friends.
You have to. You have to get new. You're gonna elevate when you meet new friends. You walk in the room, my friends, all us still at 100,000. Why is we all still at 100,000? No, I'm gonna go in this room over here. Oh, I just synced a millionaire. How do I get there? Oh, listen, this is a step. Now it's looking like I run them 100,000. My friends that was 100,000, I took them with me, and we all just learned how to be millionaires off me going into this millionaire room. That's the type of energy you want to be around.
I love it. I think that's great. I think that's great. All right, man, I know we're going to wrap it up, but one more thing I want to ask you. See, because I had asked another guest this, and it kind of made me stop saying it a little bit. When my brothers and I, my friends and I get off, so I'm like, man, what you on? You know, it's just staying out the way, because I heard you say settle. Some people say settle. What you think about when people like, man, shit, I'm just staying out the way, man. I ain't trying to. Because unity, it seems like, y'all know
we in the way. We ain't just selling. We in the way. We want to be involved, foot on land. We don't need no police there, no nothing. We in the way. That's us. We ain't just, nah. We here to make noise. We here to let you know. Wake up. Wake up. We here to wake up. You got to be woke. Because if you ain't woke, you sleep. And we ain't sleeping. We here. We here. And we make our presence known. Yeah. So when you see that unity light go up in the air, you know what's going on.
Yes, sir.
He's around.
Yeah.
He's around. The unity, they're around.
Yeah.
You see it. It's
need to see that going.
It's like a Batman scene.
Man,
they are here. They are here. You see that? You look at the air. You see that?
Man, I love it.
They there.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Anything y'all want to say to wrap it up? I'm hoping you tell me story about Green. I ain't gonna even lie. You know what I'm saying? I just like hearing his name, but I don't know. Let's go wrap it up, y'all. Anything y'all want to, let the people know, man? Before we get up. Thank y'all for coming, definitely though.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm just gonna, you never get this chance, so I'm gonna just let you, if sis feel that she about your son, because some people do need to know that your son wasn't just anybody. He was somebody.
He wasn't just.
He just wasn't this G Herbo friend. No, he was somebody to more than just G Herbo. He was somebody that meant something to everyone that was involved or ever seen that beautiful smile that he had, man. Because that smile bring energy. So the good energy, the positivity that he brought. So he just wasn't just a loose nobody that didn't mean nothing. That's what I'm saying, back to your purpose, because he brought purpose to people. You see what I'm saying? He brought purpose to people.
Right. Yes, sir. Thank you for that, brother.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that, man.
Yeah.
Man, thank you for that, brother.
So I'm gonna just sit over here, and I'm gonna let you, because you never get a chance like this to talk to somebody that was like a true friend to your son.
Yeah. And
you on your whole podcast, and you right here can ask about it. Like, what was it like? Like it's different. You connecting because you feel something. You feel it. Like me connected to my son. I did that. That was me.
Yeah.
I did that.
When I'm sitting here, like they bring him back. You know what I'm saying? I get that moment in time just to think about him. You know what I'm saying? Feel him.
You know that.
I appreciate that. He say that all the time. You know that. You know that. Man, yes, sir. What's anything you want to say to the?
Yeah, I just want to say, I knew Greg since I was in 4th grade. Greg was always just a breath of fresh air for me. He was always like a brother to me. He was always supportive. He was just a great person overall. And I don't think he deserved what happened to him. I think about it a lot, and I can't believe it. It makes me sad. But I know he's looking over all of us, and I know for a fact he was upset when he passed. Like, I just know it. Like, when I went to see him in the casket, he just had like a silly smirk. Like, he just couldn't believe it. Like, or maybe that was just me, but I just know he couldn't believe what happened to him. But I'm so glad that he was alone and didn't have Amari with him.
Yes, I think
or
that
Messiah.
all the time, Portia. I think he had it with him at the barbershop.
All the time.
All the time. I'm like, God know what he doing because he didn't have him that time.
Wow.
He always have him.
I always taking him to the barbershop with him.
Because when you asked earlier, and I know you was talking, but I just got caught up. When you was talking, you was like, why you here, Greg? You know, why you here? And then I heard you say security. I'm like, man, Greg was really somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I was really thinking when y'all was saying
And
that.
I told him that.
But, what?
I told him that. I said, Greg, you're not regular. It's time for you to move on. Like, it's time for you to go be Hollywood. That's what I told him.
It's crazy
I don't
because
think he saw that.
it's crazy because
No,
before,
he did, and he told me, he was like, I'm only here because of my family.
That's what I was about to tell you.
I was just
That's
the
exactly
only
what he would tell me all the
That's the only
time.
reason
That's
why
what
he
he
was
would
here.
tell me.
I got a call.
would
He
say
was
that.
in California.
He was in Cali.
He was in Cali for a minute in 2020.
He was like,
and I got
a month or two. He like, I didn't
he was out there for a minute.
Yeah.
I was like, and then it was like he was living the life, but it was like that he didn't get the same. Yeah. It wasn't the feeling because I talked to him actually in 2020 when he was in Cali. He was out there with my homie Lee. My homie Lee, like, yeah, look, Greg in here with me. We in the mansion. Ooh, I'm like, yeah, y'all living it up out there. I talked to him. He like, yeah, I'm living it up. Like, it was like, yeah, I'm living it up. I'm like, bro, you in Cali, like, ooh. He was like, yeah,
Just humble.
but it was just like, yeah, like.
Yeah.
It took a lot from you just to leave that, like, and you just heard that, like, yeah, but I'm ready to go back home.
Yeah.
Like, you ready to go back
That
home.
was it.
He loved his family.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't want to leave. And it was really his kids what truly kept him here because he just, like, Greg saw how you and his mom was and the dynamic that y'all had. Regardless if y'all were separated, y'all stayed in contact. Y'all made it work. Y'all came together, co-parented the best way. I can say that Greg learned a lot from you. And he say that all the time.
Oh, really?
He said that all the time. He learned so much just being able to, like I said, come with his mom and y'all co-parenting and raising him and didn't keep the drama in between him. Like, he always valued that. Yeah. So that's what he wanted with his kid's mother.
He did it so well.
He did it
times
real good.
too. I'm like, oh my God, y'all so young, but y'all handling this
Mature
co-parent thing
because
so
of you
well.
and his mom. That's what he would say all the time. Like, that's something that
I
he
never
learned.
knew that.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
And I think he inspired some of his other friends to want to become that same way. Like Herb, I feel like he was having a lot of drama, but he saw how Greg pulled it together with his baby moms and how they coexist, and now he's doing the same thing from what I see. And it's just good to know that you played a part in that. You was definitely a stand-up dad. Like, you used to come to the field trips, basketball games, taking Greg had so many girls. He had girlfriends, but he was in 4th grade. Y'all taking him to the mall with his girlfriends, picking them up, letting him have parties. Like, it's just so much. And Greg was definitely a star. And I don't feel like a lot of people showed people that. I feel like he was a star at such a young age. He the reason why a lot of girls was coming around. He the reason why he had scouts looking at him.
Yeah, I still got some of them college letters. I still got them.
Yeah, and he wanted to revisit that, but I don't think he felt like he had the support because we had deep conversations that I never really shared with other people, but he didn't feel like he had a lot of support from the stuff he put into other people. But that's.
I'm going to talk to you about that later. Yeah, I'm going to talk to you about that later.
It's a whole nother.
Wow. Man, okay, Portia. Definitely. One more question, dude. One more question. One more question. So it was a cold line, bro, against where you from, in my opinion, from King Von, right? Yeah. And you from, so I just want, because I look at I hope I don't disrespect this man, FBT mama. Duck. Yeah, I look at his mama because she lost her child, right? But King Von said, I'm from 64th and 65th. I'm not from 63rd. But you like from that 63rd area. What was 60? Because what was that group of people like? You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you all? Who?
So, you know, I barely like to even talk about my neighborhood because it's so like sacred to me. Like I said, it's like that was another home for me. So it's sacred to me. So I never really come and tell people a lot about my neighborhood because it's just so sacred to me. It's just like a vault to me. So it's just like, I don't know, for him to say he's not from 63rd, I just think of it like, hey, he just saying that just to have people think if you from 63rd, that ain't it. That just ain't it. But I'm from 65th and 65th. We that. we it. But for me, like, I really go out of town and hear that. And I'll be like, I was in Houston when I first came out and I'm seeing people, I'm like, it was just like, it was just like, that's how y'all feel. The whole club is like,
that was like,
and we not from 63rd. And I'm like,
right.
He rode that 63rd bus. Like, I'm like, like, you rode that, like, that's okay. You not from 63rd, okay. But it's just it's like, this the line that everybody, like, this is a line. Like, this is a line now. Like, this, well, nowhere you going. And you tell somebody where you from. And we not from 63rd. Wow. Like, we lost a lot of people over there from 63rd. From our neighborhood to our neighborhood. A lot
is that literally 1 block away, bro? Are y'all
literally 1 block away, man? It's literally 1 block away, man. And it's just like 1 block to a whole world. That's a tragedy.
People think it is far. People think, like, a lot of people that's not from Chicago, they do think like it's far, but they don't.
But you could go around the corner because
it's right there.
We like literally when they had the Von memorial up, like it was people riding through our block, and they like, where's Von Memorial? And they're like, bro, do you know where you at?
Don't be asking me about that,
right? Like, you know where you at? Right. But we like, you know what? It was like these females we met. These females, they was like, we wanted to see what 63rd was like because we on 63rd, and they was like. They hopped out the car. They was from Washington, D.C. Shout out to the people from Washington, D.C. And they stayed with us the whole night. Wow. They went over there and got a picture, but they stayed with us. Wow. And they was like, we can't go over there. We can't even get into like over there. But we flew out here to just interact with people that's from over here. But we never knew that you guys was that close. And it was like, we just normal people. Like, what you thought? What you thought was going on 63rd? Right. What did you thought was going on 63rd? Right. You thought what? We was over here just killing people? We would scream, we slash and dash and kill people or something? They was like, well, actually, people from 63rd, it seemed like there's nothing wrong with people from 63rd. And it's just to say, like,
backlash 63rd get.
Right. But 63rd is the backbone of, like I said, the drill music came from places through 63rd, the Woodlawn area. So you saying all this is like, we all apart, but it was just like a beef. That's all it was, just a beef to say, I'm from 64th, I'm not from 63rd, they from 63rd. It's them versus us. So if you got lost in the genre, and you thinking just going off the music, like, they the demons or they savages over there, they broke or whatever. But like, no, we living our life just like they living their life. Yeah. It's nothing different. It's just like they bleed, we bleed. It's nothing different from us, from them. Yeah. They have rappers, we have rappers. It's the same.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I hope Unity can bring 64th, 63rd, whoever else, MLLB, all of y'all come together, man, and be the pillars of the neighborhood and see where it take us to, man. I appreciate y'all coming, man, sharing y'all knowledge.
And we appreciate you, man, because without being on your platform, man, you never know who's watching or who's listening.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This like
because we need you need his, people like you. You need people.
First real interviews.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get him to talk more and put himself out there.
Cause man, you definitely spoke very well, man. But you did cause I just remember like watching you, like you listened very well in high school. I was like, damn, he be like paying attention. I'm like, he a bad boy, but he be paying attention.
Oh, that was my number one thing.
Man.
Observing the situation. I was an observer.
Yeah.
For me, I had to observe to be a leader. If I didn't observe what was going on, it wasn't destined for me to be a leader. You have to.
Yeah.
In Star Wars, what did you think that Yoda was telling them? The Force is in you. The Force was in me. I was already. The Force was in me. You had to. I had to follow. I had people like you. I remember coming in my first time getting in trouble. You say, hey, Ray Sean. Hey man, I knew I was gonna see you soon. I didn't think it was gonna be this soon. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Like, where did he get him from?
Oh man.
Yeah, man. I know everything about you. I even know things that people don't know about you. I say, what? Yeah. I say, oh, this the FBI. They just put me in the school.
That's because I had found out that you was the I had put that together. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I heard enough already. You're Portia James' brother, right? And you graduated from Carnegie. I'm like, oh man, who is you? You like, yeah, I know you. I know your mom. I already just speak to your mom.
Yeah.
I'm like, who is you? Who is this guy?
Yeah, through her.
And then I'm like, who is this guy? He's like, I already met your whole family. I know who you is, man. I know what's going on. Yeah. And it's so crazy, like, because I think I only had one more incident to come to your office. And it wasn't even really on my behalf. It was on just because the crowd I was with. But like years, I never even came back to your office because I was like, I don't even want to be looking embarrassed.
I know your family.
I know he gonna look out for me though, but
why is he in my office?
I know he gonna look out for me, but I don't want to be steady coming in his office. I don't want to keep coming in his office.
I had enough people come like, oh my God, I ain't trying to be mean. I wasn't mean and shit. Yeah, hey man, but you're welcome to come back, man. Will y'all bring some more people together, man, and help unify Chicago and help bring this crime down, man? I hope all y'all goals of unity be met, and I appreciate the man that you are becoming. I appreciate the lady that you are becoming. You all are making me so proud. Thank y'all for sharing, and please come back. Definitely.
We will.
We will.
Yeah,
we will.
Podcast.
You know you family. You know.
Peace. Thank you, Portia. That was good. Thanks for coming. Yeah. So proud.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
He definitely is.
Yeah, definitely.
That's crazy. You might as well start coming to the reunion. Like, let me just sit.